What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to My Name Chooses. So I got this idea from Sarah Caroli. She did this video last year in 2024 and I thought it was so clever and so fun. I'm going to do my first name. My first name has 7 letters, so 7 books for 1 month I think is pretty doable. We're gonna do them based off the letters of my name. So I'm really excited. I have a few ideas on what I want to do, but I'm gonna put up my physical CVR right here and then we're gonna pick the books off of my physical CVR together based on the first letter of my name and the first letter of the title of the book. Let's begin. The first letter of my name is N, so let's look for N. The first one I see is The Night and Its Moon. We're gonna go with completely disregarding the, because the is in front of every single title. So we're just gonna do Night and Its Moon. Let's see what else is there. Wow, not a lot of N's. Wow, I think that's literally the only N book that I have. Wow, okay. It's gonna be The Night and Its Moon. That's going to be the first book that I'm gonna pick for my CPR for January. All right, let's do A now. I have 3 A's in my name, so let's see how we can finesse this. So N-A, we have A Day of Fallen Night, Anne of Green Gables, that's promising. A Gentleman in Moscow, ooh, this is getting good. Let me select some for you. We have Assistant to the Villain and Apprentice to the Villain, and that's it. Those are the 5 A's. Okay, so because my name has 3 A's, let's bust them all out at once. So I don't want to do A Day of Fallen Night because that is literally 800 pages and I just can't be doing that right now. The Night and Its Moon is already 400, so that's a pretty big one. I don't know if I want to do Anne of Green Gables or A Gentleman in Moscow, but I do want to do both of these. So I have to choose between Anne of Green Gables and A Gentleman in Moscow. And I think I'm gonna go with A Gentleman in Moscow because I want to take my time with Anne. I wanna annotate her. I want to maybe even film a video. We'll see, not too sure on that. But A Gentleman in Moscow is just a leisure read for me. I was just curious about it. So for my A's, we have A Gentleman in Moscow, Assistant to the Villain, and Apprentice to the Villain. Okay, so now we're at N-A-T. Now we have a T title. Let's see what we got. The Sun and Shade, The Book That Wouldn't Burn, 28 Summers, does that count as a number? That Hideous Strength, that is the 3rd book in a series. Can't do that because I haven't started it yet. We have The Help, The Dutch Wife, The Story Collector, The Martian, The Only Woman in the Room, The Great Gatsby, The Gatehouse, The 7-Year Slip. This will be fun. And then we have The 4 Winds, These Rebel Waves. Okay, so the most promising ones are These Rebel Waves, and this will be fun. I am torn because both of these are fantasies and both of these are pretty thick. Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I'm gonna have my husband choose because I literally don't have a clue. So we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna keep them selected. So we already have N-A-T-A. Now we do S. Oh man, back to the top. The Sun and Its Shade. We could do the 2nd book to The Night and Its Moon. So we have The Sun and Its Shade. We have 28 Summers again. I don't know how I feel about reading a summer book in January. So that's out of the question. We have The Story Collector. We have Shelter Mountain. The 7-Year Slip. Ooh, and Summer Romance. Okay, like I said, summer books are reserved for summer. We can't be doing that in January. So I think I'm gonna go with Shelter Mountain because that literally is an S word and that's not after a the. So deselect The Story Collector, deselect The Sun and Its Shade. That's pretty good because it's a lit fic, so it kind of shakes up the amount of genres I have in my physical CBRs for this month, or else it would have pretty much all been fantasy so far. Yeah, it literally has been all fantasy except A Gentleman in Moscow. So that should be fun. All right, we have N-A-T-A-S H. We are on H right now. All right, back to the top. Her Daughter's Dream, Hard Times, The Help, ooh, Air. Goodness me, I don't know. We have good options here. I don't want to do Air because that is a very thick book. The Help is also a contender. I don't really feel like doing Hard Times. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. We have Her Daughter's Dream. Oh my gosh. The only reason why I'm tempted to do Hard Times is because it's so short. I think I'm gonna do Hard Times. So The Help is gonna be for another time and Her Daughter's Dream is gonna be for another time. I think I'm gonna do Hard Times. Okay, and then as we all know, we have already the 3 A's. So let's go through our contenders because I'm gonna make my husband choose for one of these. For letter T, for N, we have The Night and Its Moon. For A, we have A Gentleman in Moscow. For T, we have This Will Be Fun or These Rebel Waves. For another A, we have Assistant to the Villain. For S, we have Shelter Mountain. For H, we have Hard Times. And for the last A, we have This second book in the series, Apprentice to the Villain. So we have our 8 books for this month's physical TBR. Let's go pick out all the books, and my husband is going to decide for me what the tea is going to be. So I have my husband here, and he's gonna help me choose what goes on my TBR for January. I have 2 books here that I could not decide from, and it's for the letter T in my name. First up, we have These Rebel Waves by Sarah Rash, and this one is a fantasy. I believe it's a young adult fantasy. It has 3 points of view. I also believe it is a romantasy. That's literally all I know about it.
What does the back say?
The back says, a revolutionary, a raider, a prince will fight for their countries, their families, themselves, or face a war that could destroy the world as they know it. High stakes. High stakes for sure.
Yeah.
So this is the first book, if you wouldn't mind holding it for me. Next we have This Will Be Fun by E.B. Asher. Former friends, former flames, a mayhem-spiked quest. What could go wrong? 4 friends saved the realm 10 years ago, and this is pretty much their life story after, like what happens after they already saved everything, how they're living life. It is also a romantasy. There's romance, I guess a lot of rehashing past traumas while going on another quest together.
So this one seems to be more character development.
Probably more character driven, yeah.
And then this one is more like
Fantasy, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with that one.
He's gonna go with This Will Be Fun. So now that I have my 7 books for my name, I'm gonna tell you guys which ones they are one more time, just in case you didn't get it the first time. Thank you.
A pleasure.
All right, guys, so here is our stack of books that we have for January. This is definitely ambitious. All of them look around the same length except this one. So let's go through them. For N, we have The Night and Its Moon by Piper C.J. A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles, which is, I'm assuming, a historical fiction. We have for T, This Will Be Fun by E.B. Asher. We also have for our next A, a romantasy, Assistant to the Villain. This is more like a comedic fantasy. And for S, we have Shelter Mountain by Robin Carr. For H, we have Hard Times, which I most likely will be listening to over audiobook. And last but not least, for our last A, we have Apprentice to the Villain, which is the second book in the Assistant to the Villain series. Here are our 7 books. Thanks for helping me pick out my physical TBR, and I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless you guys, and peace.